Well, I was born in Ankeny and lived my whole life in Ankeny. My family pretty much all still lives in and around Ankeny. And so I've always been a part of the community and enjoyed it. When this particular site came together, it's the old lumberyard site. And I mean, due to kind of my memories of being in Uptown as a kid and the fact that it's on the High Trestle Trail, really kind of made it a no-brainer in terms of what we like to do in this company here, which is create places, not just buildings. You walk directly out of our door and you have to cross the bike trail to get to the parking lot. When we saw that and noticed the potential that had with shops on the bike trail, we really wanted to design a building that could capture that. Having mullets in the rooftop patio, we'd kind of sign them up. Tim's a real good friend of mine. And so they were signed up from the start, so we knew that anchor with the rooftop patio looking out over the amp, looking over the bike trail. And so everything else just kind of got designed around basically us being as far south as possible and mullets being on the corner. You know, we get all the business kind of connections and resources we can pull from Des Moines and the West Des Moines area. And we like being close to AIM for the kind of the educational resources. I mean, most of the architects that work for me are from Iowa State University. You know, you can boil it down to three things. I think it's great people, Ankeny has great leadership, and Ankeny's a great location.
We do public warehousing, and so if a customer has pallets they want to store for one day or 10 years, they come to us and they store it. We also do logistics for them as well. We had 4 or 5 warehouses across the city of Des Moines and the suburbs, and we wanted to consolidate into one location. So about 1.5 years, 2 years ago, we put out feelers to see where we wanted to go, and Ankeny ended up being the best place for both employees, where they lived, and our customers. So we had to be out by a certain date, and that's why actually it was so great moving to Ankeny, because in order to meet that date, we had to have everything lined up to be out of the space, and Ankeny was the only one that could meet our timeline. A lot of our customers are looking to move into the area as well, so you know we've become sort of a landlord as well as a public warehouse space. So I think it's definitely an attractive space for new people coming into the area. We've been in business for 83 years now. And we've generally been an Iowa-based company, but we started expanding into other states, and we recently opened a location in Ocala, Florida. I will tell you that Ankeny was much better to work with than Ocala was. Let's just say I started the process of building our location down there prior to getting these 2 buildings done in Ankeny, and it was a much smaller project, so.
We cover parts, sales, service, and everything in between for your class 5 to 8 trucks. We wanted to go somewhere that our people can grow along with the area we're going to. And when we started looking around the metro area, Ankeny stood out far above a lot of the other cities around the metro area. We really decided that this is a place that we wanted to grow with. When we started looking, we needed a lot of space. We're on 17 acres now. We knew we'd need at least twice that to be able to put what we needed for how we've grown. It's been a long process over the last few years, but it's been exciting, especially seeing the groundbreaking and then going from there to now driving along the interstate and seeing the walls put up. It goes a long ways to help recruit employees when there's so many different things that they can be involved with outside of work. But then not only that, it strengthens the relationships with the employees when you run into a coworker at an event outside, because it's such a small town community feel. We've been roughly around 20 technicians for the last 10 years or so. And with the new facility, we'll be looking at 30 plus technicians bringing it. Our training facility that we'll have in the new dealership houses 24 students. It will have capabilities to do obviously in-person training, but then also live stream training that we can hire out our training for some of our diesel techs and work with other companies. So really excited for that, to bring that to our dealership.
We found it to be just the perfect place for older adults, and we're super excited to get everyone welcome to Copperwood. We have one in Bettendorf that opened about a year ago, and then we have another one in Cedar Falls. And then they're opening a second one in Cedar Falls, as well as one in Iowa City, and then here in Ankeny. And then we have another location here coming to Ankeny as well. We've got a dog park, a dog wash station, a theater, fitness center for those, active adults. I think having like the trails and parks that are close by and all the features in the community too will be a nice benefit for our location. And then, just oversight too. So we'll have staff there 24/7 to ensure that all of their needs are taken care of, whether it just be medication management or a little bit of housekeeping, you name it, and we can help. Well, we've started to hire already, but we'll continue to hire through the end of this year. And really, I think our main focus will be first part of next year, and we're looking to open in the spring of 2024. At full capacity, maybe 60 employees or so. So new jobs to the area, as well as homes for 126 residents.
We've been making an investment in Ankeny since 2009, and one of the main reasons is because Ankeny is so pro-growth. It's an ideal location. It's proximity to I-35, where all the people are, where all the jobs are. We've been investing in lots of different areas in the metro, from Waukee to Johnson and Altoona, but Ankeny is where we have parked most of our investment. In fact, with Ativo Trail, coming into the portfolio here in Ankeny, we will have nearly $170 million in Ankeny. In 2009, it started with the acquisition and construction of Woodland Reserve and Tradition Point. And then in 2012, we constructed Prairie Point Student Living, which is just adjacent in between DMAC and the district. So we have, from student housing to conventional housing, and now Ativo Trail is our 55-plus active adult housing. Process of buying and building, again, has gone really smooth and easy. Everything's on track from a construction standpoint, so we are scheduled to open in October. We're excited about that. In fact, we are going to move from phase 1 right into phase 2 and phase 3 because of, again, how well everything's been going. We will start off with 6 full-time employees, and eventually that will get to somewhere around 8 or 9 full-time employees, from a community director to an activities director to maintenance staff. That's predominantly what we'll see for staffing. It's been valuable for us to just know where the people are and know where the jobs are, and that's Ankeny.